This is a day that my Father has made. I will rejoice. Jah, I thank you for this morning. Oh, it's a brand new day. Little bird, they're thanking and they sing. So let's all get down and pray.
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired when I knew I had to face another day. Oh, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind, but you're the key to my peace of mind. How you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. When my soul was in the lost and found, a mighty good man came along to claim it. I didn't know just what was wrong with me to kill his kiss. Help me, baby. I'm no longer doubting of what I'm living for. 'Cause if I make you happy, I don't need more. You make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Feel like a natural woman, yes. Oh, baby, what you gonna be? You made me feel so good inside, and I just wanna be. I wanna get that man. He makes me feel so.
Good night, Teacher the Prof fans. Welcome to another episode of Teacher the Prof. With me, as usual, is my co-host, Prof. Go on.
Nothing, boss. Good night, folks. Thanks again for joining. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and engage. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. All right, let's grow this channel, people. Let's grow this channel. All right.
Yes. Please and thanks.
And I know a lot of you enjoyed last week's program, last week's video. So let's do this. All right.
We are alone tonight, but our friends are not far away and they'll be back. So no reason to be alarmed, right, sir?
Yeah. Yeah. People have life and life to live, and some people have work to do on weekends. So, as you guys know, we do our videos on a Friday night. Right now it's 3 minutes to 11. My friend, you have to work as well. And other people have to work. It is very cold in New York City. And when I say very cold, I mean extremely cold. It is currently 10 degrees, and the feel like temperature is minus 10 degrees. Very cold. I have my heater running, and I am cold. Normally, when I turn this thing on, it's at 72 degrees, and I have to turn it off. It is at 90 degrees, and it has been running since 9 o'clock. No, 10, 15 minutes to 9, 10 to 9. I've been running the thing. I'm still cold, so yes, Bill. But we're up on it. Sorry, I had to give that without date.
I'm just dressing warm for support.
Yo, dude, today I had to wear my heaviest jacket. I had on a worksman wool socks for cold weather. I had on my Hug boots, which are very warm, right? And the jacket I wore today, I only wear that jacket when the temperature drop in the teens, below 20. That's the only time I wear that jacket. And that's a heavy jacket. That jacket is it's a Canada Goose jacket. It's made for really cold temperature in Canada.
Wow.
Very warm, but I tell you, man, it was. I don't wear hat, don't wear scarf. I'm not a hat and scarf guy, but I had to wear hat and scarf and gloves.
Mm.
The whole shebang, man. And I don't normally wear those stuff.
I won't bother to mention how pleasant today was in Jamaica. Otherwise, we just skip past that.
I heard yesterday was 85 degree in Florida.
Yeah.
In Miami, 85 degree in winter. And the thing is, 6 more weeks before spring,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm telling you, I am counting those days. Because between this cold and buying oil, it's killing me. So I'm really counting those 6 weeks, my friend. And fortunately, by Sunday, we'll warm up again into the 40s. So it's not long, but it's just tomorrow is worse. Tomorrow's gonna be colder.
And for Jamaicans, the man said warm up to 40.
40. I heard you guys had some 60 degrees a few weeks ago, and you guys were freezing.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I was laughing. I was like, "Really, man? That's like shorts weather, man."
Yeah. And it probably high 60s too, though. Not even low 60s.
Yeah, I heard like 65, 66. That's like shit.
That's that. But it is what it is elsewhere in the world. So, that's the dynamics of the world, and we enjoy it as we go along. make the best use of it. So, what we're gonna talk about tonight?
Well, I saw an article on my news feed about the LGBTQ community having an issue with Aretha Franklin, Perfect Woman. You
1968.
make me feel like a natural woman. Was it natural woman, right?
Natural Woman.
Natural woman, sorry.
And that is
And
key. That we get natural, authentic woman, real.
well, I know my first reaction when I saw it, I was like, "This is a joke, right? This can't be real." So I was like, "I'm not reading this. Cause this sounds like this has to be rubbish.
Because
Cannot be real."
Because
This
the
can't
issue
be
with them
s-
having is that there's no such thing as a natural woman,
Well,
and it is offensive to them.
as I said, I thought it was a joke. I ignored it. Didn't even give that second thought. Didn't read about it until you sent me something. And I said, "So this is a real issue." This
And to put things in context, this is a 1968 classic. The groups existing today didn't exist then, so it wasn't geared towards pointing finger, poking finger, provoking any group in 1968. But retroactively, the group wants to remove the song from Spotify or the social media, the digital platforms,
all digital platform, whether it is Spotify, whether it is
iTunes,
iTunes, Amazon Music, and
Google Play.
listen, man, I support the LGBTQ community. I believe wholeheartedly in free speech.
Where's the support? Give specific support. There's a free speech.
Can you see my camera?
Well, that can't hang up nowhere near me.
So
I'm telling you why. That can't hang up nowhere because they are hypocrites. Because they are liars. They are selfish. And anything them fight against you having your own speech and your own belief. I can't support somebody who want to have free speech and free will. And then when you say, I am not with your free speech, I am a different speech, I have a different will, you tear down my speech and my will.
So that's
So
my
it's
problem.
not about us existing in the same space. It's about you taking over the space. And for that, I am out.
So
Can't support.
I support them, but I have a problem with what you just said. You want to have a voice? I should be able to have a voice. You should not be able to dictate what I listen to, what I watch, what I like, what I don't like. You cannot infringe upon my.
But the funny thing is that's what the group was built on.
That's what it. But that's that's what they're doing. I don't understand how can you. I want you're campaigning for equal rights, and then on the other hand, you're infringing on people's equal rights. It seems hypocritical. Then, are you saying that you matter more than I do? What you believe in matters more than what I don't. So that's my problem with them.
I have a problem on two fronts. I don't believe in the practice. 100% disagree with the practice. I believe that people should have freedom to do, but I do not believe. So if somebody should say, what do I think? I would tell them the truth. I don't think that what you're practicing is right. And that's my right to say
right,
that.
that's your right to think that way.
Right.
Yeah.
So And then what we just talk about them now trying to infringe on other people, right? Because they would say I'm a bigot for saying that I don't believe that you're right. That's where they're going. I was in Miami earlier last year, and that was the word. Bigot now is the new word. If you don't agree, you're a bigot.
I mean, listen, as long as you're not spewing hate speech or you're not victimizing anyone, people should be able to have opinion. As I said, I support a group. I have no problem with a group. I believe in free will. I believe that people should be who they want to be. It's not my choice to tell you how to live your life. And I don't want to be a hypocrite about it because I don't want anyone to tell me how to live my life. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite and tell you how to live your life. And you shouldn't be a hypocrite by telling me what I can or cannot listen to or what is wrong or right. It should be my choice. Just like it's your choice.
But to start going through now, it's Natural Woman now. Which other song next?
Where do you draw the line?
Where do you draw the line? And it's gonna become ridiculous when you're at 1968 now. You're gonna look at a probably a 1950 classic and say, I'm All Woman. Why All Woman? Ring a bell for a popular song. All Woman. All Woman. You know ring a bell?
I mean, and I don't think. I mean, I find the whole thing nonsensical, but again,
I'm Every Woman.
That's my opinion.
I would think I am every woman.
I'm every
woman.
It's
all in me. Anything you. I would sing that. When I get them into the because next thing they will I say, I'm every woman. Half the chance.
I'm every woman. No, Whitney. The great
Whitney.
Yeah.
And Whitney me a year.
Yeah. No, Whitney.
Whitney. Tell them soon what Whitney too. I say, I'm every woman.
I think, yeah, it was Whitney. Did Shaka Khan sing it over?
Whoa. Yeah.
But it's definitely a Whitney song.
And it's woman, and it's not. I remember saying it's not subject to only woman, It's subject to man too, because there's not a natural man either. So, it's just for the song saying natural woman is a target, but it's also saying that I am a real man, I'm a natural man. Anything to say that, anything ends in trans, a switch is not. If they can interpret it by you saying I'm a real man, they will interpret it saying that, so because I was a woman, I'm now saying that I'm a man, I'm not a real man. And then feel offensive for anything. And they're making an issue. And we know the power. Anybody can say that the group don't have a power, would be like,
They're very powerful. So, I did some research. I did a search earlier. Since we're going to discuss this topic, and I kind of wanted to get more information. And I found an article in the New York Post that says Aretha Franklin's song "A Natural Woman" blasted by fake transgender activists. And I was kind of curious because I saw people protesting, so I was like,
video of people protesting.
Mm-hmm. So I said, this article is interesting. Why are they saying it's fake? So, and it could be a different faction.
Mm-hmm.
So Story goes like this. After initially claiming they were not a parody account, the Transcultural Mindfulness Alliance now insists they are just a satire group and were merely joking about harmful anti-trans stereotypes. They're saying a little prayer. A now debunked activist group in Norway called for Aretha Franklin hit 1968 song You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman to be removed from both Apple Music and Spotify after they deemed its lyric offensive. The Transcultural Mindfulness Alliance took to Twitter last week to condemn the ballad, citing that it has ignited harm against transgender women. Aretha Franklin's 1968 song Natural Woman perpetuates multiple harmful anti trans stereotypes. The organization tweeted, "There is no such thing as a natural woman." The message continued. The song has helped inspire acts of harm against transgender women. How they came up with that? Where's the proof? TCMA is requesting it is removed from Spotify and Apple Music. However, after initial denials, the group has since claimed that their original post was indeed satirical in a message to the post on Monday afternoon. The group also updated their Twitter bio to now say parody / satire. The post has reached out to Franklin's rep, Spotify and Apple Music for comment. According to the organization's original bio on the social media platform, they aimed to promote cultural changes to ensure the inclusivity of trans individuals. The account's moderator also declared in a now deleted tweet that they were not, in fact, a parody account, but rather that they were trying to make culture more fair for transgender individuals. Another declaration that they were most certainly not a parody account was still live as of Tuesday night. Before the so-called satirist came clean, many Twitter users were outraged by the opinion about the Queen of Soul's work and questioned the legitimacy of the claim. So, someone heard the song and attacked trans people. One person wrote in response, "What are things that never happened for $400?" So that's, what are things that never happened for $400? Jeopardy.
Ask the question and then the answer.
Jeopardy. Another wrote, "OMG, get a life and stop trying to cancel everything. How sad and pathetic one's life must be if this is a priority to you. This is a great song. You go, girl," at Aretha Franklin. Someone else typed, "It's a great song and I'm going to listen to it right now because of this post. Thanks." Others were so taken aback that they actually thought the statement must be coming from a parody account before the account's owner admitted it. "This is a satire, right?" one user questioned. "Clearly, this is a parody. Good one, guys. Almost got me," someone else tweeted. And that was my initial
reaction.
Yeah, I was like, this can't be real.
But
no way can this be real.
But in your reading a while ago, it's like the backlash they wanted to pose it as this, and then they come back and say, "No, it's real." So then back and forth in.
Saying it's real, they say it's a parody.
And then them come back and say, "No, it's not."
How can you claim that this song incites violence? Where's the proof?
Everything incites violence, Ask me a question, do you agree or disagree? And I say, I disagree. That's violence. If I disagree on your view, it's violence. That's where violence is now, a mere opinion, personal opinion, is violence. Once it go against your belief, it's violence. Because they're escalating everything now to mute everybody. This is my opinion. This is a direction to mute people, make you put it in fear to say what you believe. When you stop saying what you believe, then the only person who will be talking is them.
And how can there be inclusivity if you're gonna
I'm operating a monologue.
yeah,
Yep.
try to silence other people?
Silent everybody. Yep.
So the song was written by, again, in my research,
King.
I found out that the song was written by Carole King and her husband, Jerry Goffin. And the song was specifically written for Aretha Franklin. Now, I also found an article from Billboard magazine, and the headline is Carole King. And this article was written on June 5th, 2018, and it says Carole King, love letter to the LGBTQ community. So for Gay Pride Month, Billboard asked numerous pop culture luminaries to write love letters to the LGBTQ community. And so this is Carole King's love letter to the LGBTQ community. For Gay
I
Pride,
wonder why they coined it love letter. What was the one? Love letter.
love
letter to a group. We don't know.
Sort of love, I guess, support, I don't know. But let's see what the letter says. For Gay Pride Month, Billboard asked numerous pop culture luminaries to write love letters to LGBTQ community. Below, legendary singer and songwriter Carole King share hers. I'm old enough to remember friends growing up in the last century who thought being L or G or B or Q or T or Q made them the other, not only to others but to themselves. Sadly, in this century, too many people who made themselves be suffering are turning to fear, hatred, and blame rather than to love. After years of fighting for AIDS research and against arbitrary barriers defining normal, you and consequently all of us have come a long way. You inspired me so much by never giving up until the law recognized everyone's right to marry the person he, she, they loved. Your fierce determination to love in the face of societal hostility showed us all that the definition of love is limitless. My hope for the future is that every being will live in harmony, peace, joy, love, and light.
Not only that group, but everybody.
Everybody.
And that's what is missing. The focus now is not everybody, it's my group. And, I'm really because I never really care. That's my stand. You do what you're doing, it don't bother me. You don't put it in my face, you don't try to convince me or persuade me. You just do you. But no, it's like, this, we talking now. You giving your support and your opinion, me giving my opinion. If my opinion goes against the grain, they can cancel this. They can cancel this program. Easy. Just for me to say my opinion. So I have an issue with that. Because that takes out everybody that King spoke of. you know, living in unity and harmony and together, sharing the same space, not disrespecting anybody. You have an opinion, your opinion must not be offensive, aggressive, harmful, and dangerous to people. Yours must not be to mine, and mine must not be to yours. That's the unity that Carol King she spoke of.
And we all have rights. Your rights can't be more than mine.
Superseding mine. And that was the problem. Once upon a time, straight people appear through law to have superior rights. You fought hard to level the playing field. Now you want to supersede that group.
Come on.
No. And in my opinion, no.
We need to mention what was said by other celebrities who came out in defense of.
Oh, like Ugly?
Like Ugly and others. Do we need to mention it or no?
Yeah, man. Okay.
So I can find. Okay, so. All right, so Ugly wrote that song was written in 19MF 68. Freedom to identify, classify, or assigned is your right. Cool, but no one's. So I can't read all of this because it's cut off. But no one should infringe on anyone else's, right? But no one's should infringe on anyone else's, especially. Is this what it is? Especially, yeah, dude. The thing you shared is All right, hold on.
This must be a joke, right? To remove art that they deem offensive and potentially damaging to society. Last week, the Transcultural Mindfulness Alliance took to Twitter to call for Aretha Franklin's 1968 hit, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, to be removed from both Spotify and Apple Music after considering the lyrics to be offensive. The group would tweet, Aretha Franklin's 1968 song, Natural Woman, perpetuates multiple harmful anti-trans stereotypes. There is no such thing as a natural woman. The song has helped inspire acts of harm against transgender women. TCMA is requesting that it is removed from Spotify and Apple Music. Shortly after the tweet went out, many didn't hesitate to offer their own commentary on the headline. D.L. Hughley would take to Instagram and caption, that song was written in 19MF68. Stop. Freedom to identify or classify or assign whatever you feel like is your right. Cool. But no one's right should infringe on anyone else's, especially how they feel, like the song says. Contrary to what I guess is unpopular opinion, there is such a thing as a natural woman. Nothing about this song written over half a century ago has anything to do with hate or harm to anyone. This was a song about love and affection. Is nothing sacred anymore? Y'all might as well pack R&B up. Ari Spears was another comedian who chimed in to agree with Hughley. Film director Malcolm D. Lee would also comment on Hughley's post saying, there has to be much more nuance in this situation. It's one of the greatest love songs ever written, period. Please leave Carl King and Aretha Franklin alone.
Here you have it.
I guess by time goes on, there will be more opinions out there. I know that Google he used strong language in giving his opinion, and my problem with that is that he faced the chance of being cancelled. They might just turn their attention on him and cancel him.
And I can't see why he should be cancelled. He didn't say wrong.
He must say nothing wrong, but that's how cancellation goes now, you know.
He didn't say anything controversial.
In your opinion.
That is true.
Yeah. You know,
But
the problem, you know, consistency. Because I want thin line now, I walk in the car and I say, in your opinion, I feel offended. He attacked me when he said that he attacked me personally. And that's another personal opinion.
And I again, I don't see any attack. He was just stating his opinion on how we solve the issue.
What about the remember the phrase? It get popular, especially during COVID. Speaking my truth. You know, it get popular. Speaking my truth. Yeah.
Speak my truth.
Yeah. It's the truth as you see it, you know. So it should be good, but as time go on, we'll see how it morph and which group of people will be targeted to kick off, and which song will be targeted. We can't think of whole heap of song, you know. We have Woman in it.
Yeah, but
I just be probably how you kind of woman and how you phrase it and who's light you put it in it. Yeah.
All I'm saying is make the fight make sense.
People if you want support, make the fight make sense is a good way to do it. You would turn off a lot of people when they say, they say, I pop on the bus.
And
yeah. I make no sense now. But like, you know, outdoing yourself now, you know, outlive on a purpose. You remember Vietnam War have that taste to it, you know, when you go and it stretches so long that some of the younger soldiers they were in the war now say, what will you come here for? What war about?
Why am I here?
Why were you here? Until they come in and say, oh, come back home and nobody knows if we win or lose and where we up to. We get where we go for. Where we go for?
We got nothing and we lost.
Purpose.
We got nothing and we lost everything.
Yeah. And sometimes when you start detour off of the main thing, and you achieve a main thing and you really want more to conquer, and there's nothing more to conquer because you get where you really want, and you don't have to live where you get. You start stretch and things to start change.
And you lose
identity,
and
everything.
People stop support you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pick your battle, man. Pick your battle. Make your battle make sense.
Remember Buju? You know, let me tell you something about the power. Every show, them placard the entrance, protest. You have a right to protest. People stay away from the shows because of the protests. They don't want to see anti-car go off the show. And I see people that say, yeah, support.
Support, yeah.
Yeah. So people stop go.
Homophobia.
So them corner him by cutting off the money. Then them use a prisoner, ex-prisoner, pay him to sit beside him. So any seat that Buju chose on that flight, that man will be sitting beside him. Pick a conversation. Buju was so naive and dumb, stupid. Choose anywhere they want, yes. And fit him to brag and show off, you know, and meet the man eventually. Man can go warehouse, man a sting, him don't know, taste the thing, and do about 10 years.
Is this really how it happened or is this conspiracy?
No, man, that's a go. I caught us something I tell you about. I caught us things I tell you about.
Well, Buju's story, right?
Yeah, I will see the video. It come out in the video of them punch the thing and him comes and taste it. Yeah, real something, man.
No. I'm not talking about the part there.
The plane, right?
About the plane part, but
the man got $10,000 US.
Okay, so he was paid.
Yes, he was paid.
That's
all of these are court documents, yeah, man. So it was entrapment.
So they came for
They tried to fight it. Or it come up because Butch lawyer was trying to fight the entrapment part.
Mm.
So you have to bring up the evidence of the entrapment.
Oh, okay.
But and then they put it on. Remember, I said they put only thing you get up on the gun charge, you know, which he never have, you know. Somebody there had a gun illegal, and they want to pin that on him.
That gun on him.
And US don't work so, because you know, so you can't in a car. The gun find a car. Once one away own it, it's just one of us.
Yeah.
Who the case was, it was charged, although it wasn't found on him. It was found on somebody. And I said, find out one corner. They took the gun from somebody.
Is that like they were in the car and it was found in the glove?
No, it was a warehouse. And them know the owner of the gun, but it was also charged with possession of a firearm. So eventually that get dropped. But he was charged, and you always don't charge people them things. So you know, so then that try to build the biggest case.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to sink him.
Yeah. He can't consider himself lucky. But I just mentioned that to just show the power, the dedication, the time, the effort they can put into it.
The reach
where you can put into it to prove your point. And they made the point clear, because I tell you, that get a lot of the Jamaican DJ them.
Yeah, they
Beanie Man apologize. Bounty to a lesser extent. He apologize, can I say? I try paraphrase. We go in the ghetto, we're cultured a certain way. We're young, so we are going to talk what we know. Our culture. You can't hold me forever responsible for something when we say, when I'm 20, and now I'm 40, I think it was 40 at that time.
Yeah, okay.
You know? We say to me at 20, tell me which song I say it since the last 10 years. There's none. That means say, my mind and my thinking different, but still they want to hold me for something we said 20 years ago.
Mature.
Yeah, so that was his way of apologizing, but being the man goes straight out and apologize, you know. Sorry for offending anybody, and you know, yeah, proper apology. We get back the visa. Caesar no said no apology.
Yes.
Caesar continue.
I was going to ask you about him. I was going to ask you, Caesar, because I don't ever heard Caesar
said keep on the visa. Caesar said, "I heard that Jamaica no keep on the visa." Got it. Them tell the both of them, this is what you need to do.
Get back a visa.
You may get it back. May.
Right.
They gave Beanie Man a B1, B2 that's a visiting. He couldn't work on it.
Oh.
I don't know if he can get a work visa now. I'm not sure.
But he couldn't do no show or nothing.
Yeah, he couldn't do no show. He's going to go and visit. So they might test the waters and little by little, you know, and things. But
wanted to get back for you?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Apology never go far enough.
Wasn't sincere enough.
He just had to rationalize it.
Yeah.
But they want an apology.
Yeah, he was defending what he said.
Yeah, but in a context and a different era, different level of maturity. None of that anymore.
Not excuses. An apology.
I am deeply sorry. Make your liar right one proper one for you. That being the man though.
I am publicist.
Me don't know who was to it, you know. There probably more artists will do it. You know, but that's just one thing just to show the power. But me just think say there's man and there's woman. And there's man that want to be woman and woman that wants to be man. Because them feel that's how they feel inside. But a woman has more there's more to a woman than just a feature. There's more to a woman than her thinking and mindset, you know. And there's no way, as I shared that video with you, can a man have a child? No. Well, we're not talking about men. We're talking about women, you know. And
when you share today?
The first one, with the woman questioning the man. On another topic, similar topic, but on another level. the kids one. I saw it open when she asked him, can a man have kids? And him said no. And she said, in that case, we're not talking about that group. We're not talking about men. You know, so she excuse her, say, even if you are not looking like a woman, if you physically not make, cannot every woman can have kids, but then physically made to have them, but it's not successful. So if you're not physically made to have kids, we're not talking about you. So I try give a visual what a woman is, because it's so blurry now, you know. So that's what the analogy she used for put the light on the woman, you know. But if you were a man and turn a woman and want to operate in a woman like, I'm gonna say it, a woman like fashion, because you will never be a woman. Never, ever, ever, ever can be. A woman can never ever be a man. If a penis there's more to a man than that. There's more to a woman than that. God know him that though.
Well,
and it's, you know, so the mind, fine. The thinking, the operation, fine. But there's more to it than that, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of problems now. I see the complaints, especially with the trans women, them having a lot of issue. Lot of issue with the surgeries and the resurgery. Some of them have multiple surgery. Having a lot of problem. You know, I just few of them brave enough to talk, and them say them not regret doing it, but painful when them go through because they were promised that this thing would work, and it not working. You know, so me that look for one of them, and she still a hold firm, so she still think the right thing to do, you know, but nobody no want to talk about it because if I'm talking about the reality, the light I go shine on it. Say, you see why we shouldn't do it in the first place, you know. So to avoid that, people keep quiet and are suffering and silent. And that's why the suicide rate high, because the satisfaction is not what was guaranteed. It don't make you feel complete. It is promised, but it don't make you feel complete. You know, because there's something else. Some people obviously, and I'm more inclined to that belief. It's a mental thing. That's why I miss watch a man. There's a mature man, some European country. Was a man, changed to a woman and changed back to that old man. He said no word.
I mean, some people disagree though. Some people tell it's.
Yeah, I know, say there's a varying opinion. But them say it's a mind thing. What you strive for, you think that this can satisfy that what is missing, and you get it. Say a lot of people, he might come out and say, but you know a lot of people share the same sentiment, but they will never admit it. They will never admit it. It don't satisfy because it's not physical, it's a mental thing. And the physical change cannot deal with the mental issue with them have. That yearning is that last, it's bigger than a penis and a vagina, bigger than breast, bigger than sleeping and living like a woman or living like a man. It's bigger than that. You know? So, and it's going to vary. So, the opinions are going to vary, the experience are going to vary, and but me just want them draw the line and don't go over the thing of being senseless and ridiculous. And that's the purpose of the program tonight. Just live your truth, fight your battle for equal rights and unity and what King say, and all the good things what King say at the end of the letter. Equality and inclusive, you know. Inclusive, but
Harmony, peace, joy, love, and light.
But not infringing on anybody else's rights. My rhyme? Light and rights. Yeah. Me add on and don't infringe on anybody else's rights. Just keep it there. If you keep it there, you have a problem, you know? You have a problem?
No, I just don't want to be.
But you never ask you because you don't declare so you don't have a problem. But if you keep it balanced and fair and all the good things that Carol said, she be good. We're good. You know? When I walk and trouble nobody and try to force my opinion on anybody. This is just for the sake of the program with Aretha Fragram where we even talk about this. You understand me? It's not an agenda for we. It's not for us, it's not something that we
want to just have a conversation and on.
Yeah, it's not a footer hype thing where a theme topic, you know, a theme thing where, you know, it's not that.
No.
Yeah. But it's not that for us. So
it's for the mere for that they, you know, wanted to get that song cancelled.
You know,
so like I think you guys went too far.
And if we think that you went too far on this one, we have a right to say you went too far. That's that. Just sharing our opinion that you get it wrong on this one. And the line and the back and forth line is showing that you know that you went too far.
Went too far.
Yeah, you know. That's why you want to say, oh, one little
that was
one little this with that do. And then somebody probably said, no, stand up for your right time, stand up for your belief, and then you come back and say, no, we stand for what we said originally.
Yeah, he made the statement, can't look weak. So, you know,
yeah.
That was a far reach.
Yeah, so you can know when you go swinging and that way, you know that is an issue. You know that something wrong with what you said. You know, you feel like, you know, someone should have retracted. And somebody tweets them, we're removed. They even remove some of the tweets them.
It's
right. I don't say them go too far. It don't, you know, but it is what it is. And we never plan to stay long, so we're not stay long because man cool.
Cool people.
Man cool. Cool. Man in a house and cool.
In a house and cool.
That's not good.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
People, homeless people?
You know, so I do want to topic about homeless people in America.
We probably should because we have a huge.
I buck up on a place in Philadelphia, Kensington, in Philly. Kensington, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I see some zombie-looking people. This is homeless, but it's more like drugs.
Meth.
Why them homeless? And that you don't have people homeless for different reasons.
Opioid. Which
I don't know what type of drug that, but it make you just freeze. I walk and just freeze, hanging, can't move.
Yeah, it's a big I think it's an epidemic in the US. Opioid.
Yeah.
So
it's a new thing.
It's not new, you know.
It's growing.
New, but it's growing, and the only reason why you hear about it now because it's now, you know, it kind of started out in the rural communities, and it's
city now.
City, and it's affecting every walks of life,
working class,
rich, poor, whatever it is, and a lot of people are dying.
Oh.
And the guys who sell it are making millions, and it's very addictive.
I make it talk about it. But I'll leave it right there, so as a appetizer.
Listen, it is so addictive that if someone overdose,
no coming back.
Well, they don't come. Well, chances are small that they'll survive. But even you treating that person have to wear protective.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah. It's very, very addictive. Very addictive.
And contagious.
Highly. Whoa. No, contagious in the sense that you can be in that presence.
Can inhale it.
You can become addicted to this drug.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And so an opioid is medication. It opioid for surgery. put you under pain. And then
So opioid are linked to the anesthetic type of medication.
Yeah. And then I know they're making synthetic opioid,
which is more dangerous.
It's more potent.
Mm.
So it's but and we also have, I know our homeless issue is
financial. A lot of it is financial.
Drug related, and now it is immigration.
Just come and have nowhere to go now. Yeah.
People are being shipped from the border to New York, DC, Boston by these Republican governors, despite the White House, Democratic government. They're saying they're not doing enough to protect the border for immigration. And a lot of these guys come and we're not prepared for it. New York is getting hundreds of people daily. They can't handle it.
Just hanging around.
So they're having difficulty finding housing. And you have two types, right? You have family, and they have single people like male. Can't house them in the same place, right? Because you don't know who these people are. They house single men separate from the family. So this week, a group of men were told to leave. That not totally, but they found accommodation for these men in Brooklyn, Brooklyn Shipyard or whatever it's called. The men were saying that the accommodation is not sufficient, blah, blah, blah. They didn't want to leave the hotel because the hotel are not occupied by families, right? So these guys were transferred to that location. And so they refused to leave. So they were sleeping outside in tents. And the reason I mention it is because it's now cold. It's minus 10 degrees. What's happening with those people?
I remember most of them don't used to the cold where they're coming from.
Well, they come from a warm country. So chances are a lot of them are probably going to end up on the subway to stay warm. Because that's what happened with our homeless people. You know? They end up underground. A lot of them end up on a train, sleeping on a train.
Just to survive. Crisis. And my thing is, if you ride a train from one end to the other end, a lot of the stops are above ground. They get off the train, they take that train out of service. There's no train on the platform. You're going to be out there in the cold waiting for another train to come in. So I'm gonna keep an eye on the news tomorrow morning to see what happens. And if it's something that I think we can build in terms of content, you have enough content, we can explore it.
I think some we can, because I'm sure people living as far as Ecuador, travel through Central America, come up. I'm sure Jamaicans are in that group.
I know
Haitians are in that group.
Yeah, I know that Jamaicans is using the Mexico route to come to increasingly.
Yeah. I am sure, 100% sure, you have Jamaicans and Asian in that.
Homeless group. Mm-hmm.
Well, in the group trying to cross over, seeking asylum. You remember the drink? The
Rastaman? Huh?
Remember that video in Mexico City in the airport where
the Ras.
It was a Ras?
Yeah. There was a subsequent video of him explaining. Him come back to Jamaica.
In come back, him explaining himself. It don't make sense to me. I'm sorry. I think he was trying, because he said he went on vacation.
Yeah, him going to the border and them suspect him and turn him back. So them that were confiscating in passport, so him demand it.
That's what I think. That's what. But he said in his
Yeah,
explanation, he went on vacation. He went to where? Costa Rica first,
something like that.
Panama, and flew into
Wait, something
Mexico.
first. Yeah, yeah. Him and the a world tour, tour of the Americas.
So myself,
Oh,
so
please.
well, I never want to brother your job because look, him have money.
Yeah.
I from Jamaica go Panama, and then from Panama I go Mexico. What kind of tour in Japan?
Ah.
Which Jamaican do that?
What he did, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on which side of the fence you fit, is tell the route.
Yeah, but
And,
they would have seen the route in his passport though.
but he might announce it now to the Jamaican government and to the world, the
Oh,
route.
the route, yeah. When I heard, I was like, no, they're brother, yeah.
So apparently they're not flying straight to Mexico.
Right, he didn't want to fly straight to Mexico.
Mm-hmm. So them flying them elsewhere, Central America, and them travel up.
Why go Panama? Why not go Belize? Or is it easier with Panama?
I don't know why that route, but there must be something to take that route. It might be longer, but I don't think we have a straight flight to Belize. We have a Panama route.
Oh, we do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so maybe that, and then them probably use ground transportation from Panama for come up to Mexico.
I thought they flew into Mexico.
Oh, okay, airport in there, though.
The airport in there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, folks, we actually gonna discuss both opioid epidemic in the US and homelessness.
Yeah, and the homelessness in general.
In general, as a
the causes.
Yeah, different causes of homelessness. So, anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. I am still cold. I want to go upstairs, get a warm shower, and jump in my bed.
So, on that note,
don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and engage, and help us build a channel. Okay, people?
We do appreciate it, and we give you thanks in advance. So, the next time we'll join you, please join us on another episode of Teaching the Prosper. Good night.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. And don't forget to comment
and hit that notification bell.
This has been another episode of Teach and the Prof.